December 20 of Gnome Valley Christmas Adventure. Early in the morning, Yera, Queen Olia, Mama Gnome, and Tassel gather their laundry in a basket and step outside the big old stump. They put the laundry basket in the small wooden wagon and plod through the deep snow. On her back, Queen Holia carries her little ones in warming blankets. Milvus and Falcon come home with a big pike and salmon they caught in the lake. If you need help with the laundry, just tell me, Falcon tells Queen Holia and smiles. Oh, don't worry about that, son, Queen Holia says and keeps walking towards the river, where she and the other ladies are washing the laundry. Come on, lady man, let's take the fish home, Milvus tells Falcon, and the brothers carry the pike and salmon on the long stick home. At the river, Mama Gnome, Tassel, and Queen Holia put the laundry basket down on the ground and pours out the laundry. Mrs. Troll, Grandfather Troll's friend Marley's dark-skinned wife, comes to help them. Queen Holia puts carefully the little ones down on the pier. Then she dips the dirty laundry into the freezing cold water. Tassel scrubs the laundry with soap, dips it into the water, and beats it with a stick. Mama Gnome and Mrs. Troll use a washboard after dipping, scrubbing, and beating the laundry with sticks. Queen Holia puts down the soap on the wooden pier, and little Alba gets curious about the soap gliding on the pier. The soap falls from the pier into the flowing river, and little Alba tries to reach after it. But little Alba falls into the river herself and gets dragged away by the flowing river. Queen Holia panics and cries, and Tassel, Mama Gnome, and Mrs. Troll look on with fear. Berteo and Totte come running towards the pier, noticing the commotion. Berteo, Totte, go after Falcon immediately, Queen Holia shouts and looks frightened. Yes, Mom, Berteo shouts. Then he and Totte rush towards the big old stump. Milvus and Falcon give the fish to Grandfather Troll when Berteo and Totte come rushing towards them. Falcon, hurry! Alba fell into the river, Berteo shouts with fear in his eyes. Tears run down his eyes. Falcon stares at Berteo with wide-open eyes. Stay here, kids, and help Milvus and Geety with the fish, Falcon says and rushes towards the river. At the river, Falcon quickly notices little Alba screaming and crying as she's being dragged by the current water. Falcon throws all of his clothes off, dives into the freezing cold river head first, and swims as fast as he can towards Alba. Queen Holia tells the others to keep washing the laundry, but the Queen keeps an extra eye on her little son, Tito. Luckily, Mrs. Troll has an extra soap that everyone can use, but Tassel looks on with worried eyes at Falcon and Alba. The dreaded Necken notices little Alba struggling and smiles with an evil look in his eyes. Finally, my first prey of winter, Necken thinks for himself and swims towards Alba. But Falcon sees Necken and punches him in the face. Then Falcon grabs little Alba and wraps his arms around her. He also grabs the soap with his tail. Falcon defies the current water and manages to get Alba and himself out of the river on Falcon defies the current water and manages to get Alba and himself out of the river onto dry land. Falcon crouches on the shore and Alba shivers and cries. Falcon holds Alba close to his chest and strokes her back gently as he kisses and speaks softly to her. There, Annie, you're safe now. Bertia, Tote and Milvus stand in front of Falcon and Alba as Falcon looks up. Get Alba a warm blanket now, Falcon tells Milvus and looks serious. A while later, Falcon and Alba sit covered in a robe and a blanket in the small wagon dragged by Milvus. Falcon, why is it important that girls must warm up quickly when cold? Tota asks. Girls are prone to urinary tract infections easier than boys. How come? Bertio asks, scratching his head. Girls have shorter urethras than boys. Why? How come? Bertio asks and looks puzzled, but smirks at the same time because he wants Falcon to say the forbidden adult words. Falcon sighs and keeps looking at Alba, who falls asleep with her little head leaning towards his chest. I think you can figure out that yourself, brother, Milvus says, smirking at Totte and Berteo. A few hours later, the clothes are washed and clean. They hang out to dry outside the big old stump. Everyone cozies up by the fire, and Grandfather Troll tells another one of his many adventures from his book. Falcon strokes little Alba, wrapped in a warm, dry blanket, gently on the back as she sleeps in Falcon's lap. Well, that was December 20 of Gnome Valley Christmas Adventures. I hope you guys like this one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.